What's up, guys? How's it going? It's DJ Funk Nast-E here. I know it's been a little while since I've done a video, so I figured I'd do another couple for you guys to hold you off for a while. This video in particular is going to be about my recent journeys. I have gone to Serato. Like I said, I do not agree with people that use just laptops to mix. For example, having a laptop and a mouse, with no controller, letting the software basically do everything for you because you only have a mouse to mix with. But I have gone to Serato, which to me is certainly not letting, the computer do everything for you. In fact, to me, it's pretty much just the same as vinyl. The only real advantage I can see is that all your music is stored on a hard drive, which, really doesn't have too many negative aspects about it other than maybe the hard drive crashing, which, could be a big one, but that's why you back your stuff up. Other than that, and maybe like the fact that there's waveforms on there, so you don't have to look at the sticker of a record, like your marks on a record, you can just look at the waveform. Other than that, you're still doing vinyl like usual. And I usually will go between the Technics 1200s, or, if I'm in a real skippy environment and I don't trust my needles, or I don't trust, like, the floor surface that I'm going to be on, then I'll use the CDJs. That way you can scratch the shit out of them, and it doesn't skip ever. I like it. Works real well. Serato came out with a new build a couple weeks ago, I guess, 1.8.0, which incorporates MIDI, which is a huge bonus because now it's not only expanded the amount of devices that you can use with Serato, but it's just, it's added to the total capabilities of the program. Not only did it add MIDI, but I believe it also added another few things that you can do in relative mode, which I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but relative mode allows you to do a whole bunch of cool things that absolute mode does not do. So you may want to check that out. Serato works good. I recently bought a MacBook to replace my PC laptop that I was using, primarily for stability. When it comes down to it and you're in the middle of a gig, I guess the real question is, which would you rely on more? Would you rely on a Mac or would you rely on a PC? I'm not pro or anti either one. I'm a technician full-time, so I'm kind of used to both of them. Mostly PC, but I'm kind of used to both of them. But really the question lies is, which one is more likely to crash during a gig, and which one would the recovery be probably more time-consuming? And my choice with reliability in that aspect has got to be a Mac. Excuse me. So I bought a Mac. In reality, there's not really any quick recovery from a hard drive crash or an application crash while you're spinning, but I felt that choosing a Mac would give me a much better success rate than a PC in that regard. I like Macs, I like PCs, but just from a reliability standpoint, Mac is based on a Linux kernel, and Linux, as a lot of the computer geeks know, is far more stable than any version of Windows. So with that being said, you take an operating system that's based off of that kernel, you're more than likely going to get a more reliable system. And reliability is the key, especially, when you're DJing. If that shit goes off in the middle of a gig, hey, somebody's going to be turning red and somebody's going to be mad and you're probably going to be out of money and a whole bunch of shit that you just don't want to deal with. So that actual the chance that that event would happen is actually what kept me from going live with a computer for the longest time. That and the fact that some of the other DJ software where they're marketing DJing as a hobby or a fad tends to kind of be a slap in the face to some DJs and does it all for you. Serato certainly does not do it all for you. M-Audio Torque does not do it all for you. Mix Vibes does not do it all for you, and Final Scratch does not do it all for you. Most of the time-coded solutions, such as the ones I mentioned, incorporate real gear into the setup with the laptop. So in this regard, the laptop is an accessory, but it's not the source. So you're not mixing shit with a mouse. It feels unnatural, it works unnatural, and you couldn't mix really great with fucking mouse anyway. So this way you're using real traditional DJ gear, but you're using the added kick of technology to to help you out and to make your life easier. Not only save strain on your back from carrying all those crates, or it saves you from flipping and flipping and flipping CD books or CD sleeves in your cases. So anyway, yeah, that's what I would have to say. I think you're probably better off with a Mac with Serato. Although I did use a PC with Serato during 2 or 3 gigs, didn't have any problems. Maybe I wouldn't have had any problems. Serato works pretty much the same whether you're on a PC or a Mac. I can't think of any features or functions that they left out from one operating system to the next. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. And I'm going to get your thoughts on it. I know a lot of you guys are using Serato out there, and I personally love it. I think it's the best thing I've used in a long time.